Hello, everybody. This is Pastor Willie, and this is the encouraging word for today. Time is passing, and I'm not getting any younger, and neither is my wife, Sarah. But God's promised us that we're going to be parents, that we're going to have a child. In fact, that I'm going to be the father of many nations. But I'm getting older, and still I don't even have one child. And it's been years now, and I'm not getting any younger. And Sarah, it's not happening anymore. Yes, I trust God, but I don't see it. I can't taste it. It's just kind of like a concept. It's not real. Could that be what was going on in Abram's mind? I know I've had similar thoughts in my mind. Time has passed, years have passed, and he still hasn't had one child, and yet God has promised to be the father of many nations. At this point, Abraham's belief, his faith, is becoming something in his mind, but not in his heart. So what happens is God comes to Abraham in a vision. God initiates. God knows what you need, what I need. God initiates, and he says to Abram in the vision, "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward." And then Abram says, "But sovereign Lord, what can you give me? Since I remain childless, number one, and my servant's going to inherit everything from me. You've given me no children. I have the promise, but no children." The word of the Lord then comes to him and says, "You will have children." Now listen to Genesis chapter 15, verse 5 and 6. God took him outside and said, "Look up at the sky and count the stars, if indeed you can count them." Then he said to him, "So shall your offspring be." Abram believed the Lord, and God credited it to him as righteousness. God took him outside and showed him the stars. And I know it was an example to show how many descendants he would have, but I also believe God was changing his perspective. Abram was focused on himself, on his situation, on the impossibility, focused on the questions. God took him outside and says, "Look at the stars." Gave him a different perspective. Have you ever gone outside on a dark night and looked at the stars and feel how small you are, how great and awesome is God? God is saying, "Look at the stars. I created all of these. I hold all of these together. Is anything too hard for me?" And Abraham had an insight of the power and awesomeness of God. If God can do all that, he can fulfill his promise to me and to you. So Abraham gets it. He crosses a line. He starts believing not in the promise, but in the one who made the promise. And my friends, that's where God is taking you on your journey of faith. That's where God is taking me, to believe him. Not to believe the promise, but to believe him that whatever he says, he has the power to do it. And that is when we progress in our journey of faith. And Abraham believed, and it was counted to him as righteousness. Friday, we continue our journey of faith, and the title of my message is "The Seal of God's Promises." The seal of God's promises. And this is super, super important. So I'll see you on Friday. Have a great day. Take care.